Imagine losing weight. Imagine losing all kinds of emotional baggage. Imagine losing the part of your narrative that you're not happy with or you really wish you hadn't experienced. Imagine finding the perfect shape that you can be in, a shape that's magically you. Can do this. How do I know? Well, I've seen it happen, not once or twice, but over 1,000 times. And the transformation is personal. I'm not going to do it for you. You're going to be doing it. But I will be showing you some ways that are so much easier. Easier than most of the ways. Now, if you're listening to this, obviously, you're still looking for an easy way or a good way. Maybe you're even prepared to do whatever it takes. You might have tried different methods that people said were the best way. And I can assure you, every way people have told you is the best way for somebody. But that somebody might not be you. Now, losing weight and emotional baggage, why do those two go hand in hand? Or why don't they? Your body is a reflection of the balance in your life. If you look at a plant in an apartment or a house, an indoor plant that doesn't really get enough sunlight will start growing towards the sun. And if you look at that plant, it's like it's reaching for what it needs. It's reaching for something that can satisfy its need of survival. And there is physical survival and emotional survival. And beyond or the handle of both or within is the balance of your nervous system. You see, your brain is an incredible magical machine, and part of it is assisting you to understand what I'm saying. And part of it is just doing stuff that neither you nor I have an idea how it happens, but it happens. And this wonderful brain actually requires 20% of all the energy your body consumes. Now that's an incredible amount of energy, but on the other hand, if your brain can imagine people landing on the moon and then create rockets for them to get there, what is not possible? Your fantasy is your best friend. It's the canvas on which you can paint any image in the future. And any image you paint will program your body's energy, the need of energy. You see, when you're running away from things, your body will produce adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline for your heart to beat faster, boom, so that you have energy to run or fight. And cortisol does so many things. Among them, it helps your body transform glucose, transform energy, transform fuel. Now, if you're riding into the desert and you were a camel and you knew that at some point you would get thirsty, eventually over a couple of thousand years you would develop humps and you would fill them with water so that you had water when you needed it. So whatever experiences that camel has, the bigger the humps. Now, cortisol is a stress hormone, and it actually instructs your body to create humps with something that is very easy to transform into energy fast, and that is actually fat. The kind of fat that you find on your thighs and your lower belly. The kind of fat that even if you are training and working out and doing aerobics, it just doesn't leave. And neither do the humps on the camel, because it's there for your survival. Now, you might not have that, and you might be very close to the perfect weight or shape that you want to be in, or you might be further from it than you'd wish or like to have been. But when I say without effort, it's because if you watch a child at play, all that energy that child puts into the play is never questioned as being an effort. It's not an effort to make incredible love to a person you love. It's not an effort to do something that you enjoy. You can enjoy, imagine enjoying everything that has to do with the balance in your life. A plant that isn't watered will grow dry. A plant that's overwatered will actually not feel well as well. A well is something you can be next to, or something that you pull water from. As a plant, you don't have to worry. You try to balance it, and your life can be that balance. Any imbalance in your life will show up somehow in that magical, mystical body you have. Will tell you. An ache in your back is going to tell you you need to change how you work or how you spend most of your day. Maybe you need to change your chair or your working position or the seat in your car. A headache will tell you you've been under stress lately. You're kind of tense. A pain in your finger tells you, you know what, you might have a splinter here. Why don't you look at it and then see if you can remove it? Now, imagine watching yourself not as a person that has something that is actually morally characteristically wrong. You ought to do this or that. You ought to lose weight. Why would you lose weight? A plant doesn't lose leaves. But when your weight leaves you because you find the balance you need, it's because the balance is there. Now, to restore the balance, the first thing you do is get rid of unnecessary luggage. Unnecessary emotional baggage actually, subconsciously, will stress your system, enhance your cortisol levels, and ask your body to create humps. Now, let's look at this simply. I'm going to walk you through a very wide perspective of losing weight and emotional baggage without any effort. The first step is imagine doing this without effort. Yeah, they didn't build a rocket and say, let's go to the treetops. They said, let's go to the moon. And what will it feel like when we land on the moon? Well, we will be rejoicing. You will hear, people shouting and laughing and popping corks and balloons in the air, maybe birds chirping, maybe children just giggling. Who knows what you need to feel when you reach a goal? But imagine finding yourself in the future. Imagine just closing your eyes, take a deep breath, hold that breath, and look for a smile, and just exhale and relax your body. Because when you relax your body, you lower your cortisol and adrenaline, and your body goes, I don't need that much energy. And this will affect your cravings. Now, the funny thing is, when you drive a car, if you drive a car, or maybe you've seen somebody drive a car, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of a metaphor. When you drive a car and there's this red light on the dashboard that lights up, it's because something is missing, or there's too much of something. If the engine overheats, you get a lamp or a dial telling you engine overheated. So what do? You slow down. If it doesn't cool enough by slowing down, you go see a repair shop and you ask a mechanic, why is my engine overheating? And they're going to say, have you checked the oil levels? Maybe there's not enough water in the cooler. Have you been running this engine too fast for too long without bothering to allow it to cool down? And then you start the engine, and on the instrument panel you see this oil lamp saying there's oil missing here. And the mechanic says, if there's not enough oil in your car, if you keep driving at the same speed you normally do, the whole engine could actually kind of crash on you. So why don't you first check? Just close your eyes and inhale. Hold your breath and exhale. And allow your body to be really heavy. Yes, heavy. Now, why would you want your body to be heavy when you're looking to lose weight? Well, maybe because you can only lose what you're aware of. So let's be aware. Let's be aware of this body. Let's not try to block it or feel bad about it. If you're driving a car and you call the mechanic and say, there's smoke coming under the hood and there's all these red lights on the instrument panel, on the dashboard, and you know what? I've been ignoring them for so long, and now I've been trying to shame them. I'm telling the engine, you bad engine, why are you smoking? And I've been really ashamed of this oil lamp telling me I need to refill the oil, so I've actually covered it with silver tape so nobody will see it. And I disregard the alarm telling me that there's an overheat going on, because I find it shameful that something is overheating in my engine. And the mechanic goes, why in the world would you do that? Those signals are there to tell you that something is out of balance. Just bring the car in here and let's look at it. It's probably something really, really simple. Because in a car, the mechanic says, it's very easy. If you don't have the right fuel, the engine won't work well. You put diesel in a gasoline car, it's not going to run well. If you put gasoline in a diesel car, it's not going to run well. If you try to fill up either of those in an electric car, it's not going to work. You see, the fuel you put in the engine will define how the engine runs. And the engine will tell you how much fuel it needs. If you drive a car uphill, it will use more fuel. So, forget about cars. But remember fuel. And imagine just, finding your body for now. Allowing yourself to be present in every cell of your body right now. Now I'm going to ask you to help yourself here, because some of these things I cannot do for you. You have to do these things. And they're simple. We're not going to use any effort. And why not? Well, because very few people win in a war. There could be a victor, but there will be somebody who is defeated. And that person will not be happy. So instead of having a battle where somebody wins and somebody loses, let's make a win-win here. Let's define the perfect shape you can be in, the perfect fuel for your body. Did you know that sleep actually will help you lose weight? Did you know that lack of sleep will make you gain weight because it causes stress, which causes your body to create the humps of energy it needs to stay awake more? Is less is more. So please just relax your body now and take both of your hands and use your fingertips and drum on the upper part of your chest at this speed. Yeah, like tapping the window, somebody's asleep in there and you want to catch their attention. Now breathe in and imagine if you actually enjoyed and loved your body, and breathe out. Make a little tone as you breathe out. Keep tapping your chest. Breathe in. Imagine your body being able to tell you exactly what it needs from you to find its perfect shape. And keep tapping on the upper part of your chest, under your collarbone with your fingertips. And breathe out and make a little sound like this. Now, what is that? Am I kidding you? Can actually breathing in, holding your breath, tapping your chest with your hands, and breathing out, making a note on that out breath, could that actually help you lose weight and emotional baggage without effort? Yes, it actually can. Yep, there is research and there's a study on it. And anytime you have a craving that tells you, I need energy, or even more than that, a lot of people use food not only for energy, but as a way to soothe emotions. So emotions are triggered by thoughts or the environment. People can stress you, or you get stressed by people or thoughts or sleep or lack of sleep or impressions or lack of the right food or abundance of impressions. All of these things cause stress in your system, wants something to soothe it. And one of the things that soothes your system is actually your reward hormones, dopamine, for example. Most people who overeat or over self-medicate or over anything do so because there's an emotional imbalance. There's a stress that can't be stopped. And food is a way to stop stress. It triggers dopamine. It gives you instant energy. The more sugar, the better. And the flip side of that is that the sugar actually isn't really good for you. It's good for your dopamine. It calms you down. It actually can stop anxiety, or at least take the edge of it. And it takes your mind off things. And if you have things that you need to take your mind off, adding sugar or sugary stuff is actually like trying to clean a river downstream. It's going to clean the water for a while. As soon as you stop, it's going to need more cleaning. Now imagine not having cravings. I'm not saying that you're going to feel that you don't. Just imagine it. If you lost emotional baggage and didn't have any stress in your life and just felt great, how do you imagine the balance would be between what you actually eat, how you refuel your system? And remember, refueling is not only what you eat, it's actually how much you sleep, how well you sleep. It's actually how you handle your view of life, because this is what controls your nervous system. Have you ever seen a dog? A dog will wag its tail if you look kindly upon it. If the dog is hungry, it'll bark. If it wants to sleep, it lies down. If it finds something interesting, it will sniff it. It seems to have the attention span of a goldfish. At the same time, it rarely seems depressed. And it rarely needs to soothe itself in any other way than just by being. So again, I can assure you that the next time you have a craving, it's going to be because something was out of balance long before the craving. You might have slept too little. You might have eaten things that didn't give you the energy, the long-lasting energy of fiber and good vitamins. You might have been stressed by the environment. There's surely a trigger. There's always a trigger. And when that trigger triggers, it's kind of late. You do need energy fast. But you know what? That's something you can change. Now, if you just want to curb that craving, again, trust me. Trust science. Trust the studies that show that a craving lasts usually only a couple of minutes. And if you get past that craving, you can actually just move on. And that's what life is about, moving on beyond the cravings and finding the balance of life where you grow into the actual unique being that you have inside yourself, just waiting to meet you in the future. Imagine yourself sleeping well, eating well, exercising just enough or perfectly enough to feel great. to get rid of toxins. Moving around enough in a day to allow your blood and body and vital organs to handle what it's so miraculously designed to handle things. Now, try this for once. Imagine finding the balance of your body, the balance of your social relations, because they give you hormones that you cannot get from sugar. Some of the hormones that make us feel good, like oxytocin, actually come from touch, intimacy, social relations, just friendliness, fun, sports, massage. And that's a need. There's a need for safety. Now, if something makes you believe that this world is an unsafe place, like the camel, you will be hoarding energy. Now, the world could or could not be a safe place, and we will never know. So this is the thing. You could imagine the earth to be the most unsafe place in the world, and it might not be. But your body will react to that. Now allow your body now to just relax as if the world actually is a safe place. Maybe the world where you are isn't completely safe, but disregard that, because if you're listening to this, you do have enough safety to relax your body. And when you relax your body rejuvenates. Did you know that you look younger the more relaxed you are? That you become stronger the more relaxed you are? That you actually feel heavier and more grounded the more relaxed you are? So it's actually not weight you're losing or the sensation of weight. It's a sensation of shape and being fit and in balance. It's about trimming this wonderful, miraculous being that is you into its absolutely best shape. And not only shape, condition. So take a deep breath again. Breathe in through your nose and imagine anything or everything, consciously or not, that might be driving your cravings from an emotional point of view, and just tap on the top of your chest and breathe out. Oh. You don't have to make that note or tone, but you could. And if you do, it's going to work better. And that's up to you. So breathe in. I can't do the breathing for you. And now hold your breath and breathe out. Oh. Now, feel how heavy your body can be. And close your eyes and just relax. We're doing this without effort, remember? Now imagine a day in your life being in a great shape, being as fit as you would like to be. Don't exaggerate and don't under-exaggerate. Imagine finding the balance in your life where there's no struggle or effort, because there isn't. There isn't an effort when you have found the right balance. And yes, it matters. It matters if you exercise just a teeny bit. It matters if you don't sit all day long. It matters if you get up and just move your body. It matters if you smile. Just explore that for now. You're doing this for you. So, and whether somebody sees you or not doesn't really matter, because this is about you. My grandmother used to say, you are a miraculous, unique being. There is nobody like you. You are the only creature in the universe, which is you. And you have a potential, and this potential is so much more than you have allowed yourself to explore, because you have more potential than anybody could explore in a lifetime. But imagine exploring more of your potential every moment. Imagine losing shame and blame and thoughts about lack of character or moral, if you have them or if you don't. Imagine losing tension Imagine losing fear of any sort, because fear is the only thing that stops you. What if you all of a sudden look great, are totally fit? What if you all of a sudden get up at a good time of day and start straightening things out that you didn't before? Even if your life was great and in order, maybe you start loosening up on that. Not being perfectly in order, but being in a perfect balance. What would happen if you were smiling when you wake up? What would happen if you spent your day in a balance with just enough work and just enough play and just enough fun and just enough social and just enough exercise and just food good enough and just enough rest? And we all know sometimes perfect just isn't possible. And because of this, it's so good to let go of perfect and do as great as possible. And don't start after you've listened to this. Start right now and just look for a smile you would like to have when you're in perfect balance. Now, invite it. I challenge you to imagine a great smile on your face when this has worked and you're in an effortless balance where you're feeling fantastic and full of confidence and without fear, because confidence is actually lack of fear. Fear of failure is actually worse than anything else, because it's an imagination, it's a fantasy, a hallucination that can stop you from being miraculous. It's only about relaxing and really taking a step back and watch yourself from a distance. Now, you know what you need to do. If you have the wrong fuel, the engine doesn't work. If the engine doesn't work, and your engine is your bowel, your biomicrobe, your digestive system manufactures the hormones that your brain uses to feel great. To feel great, you have to eat great stuff. And you need 9 amino acids. Without them, you cannot function properly. Too much of anything is going to put you out of balance. Enough of what's just enough, and that's so much less than we think. And we think too much. So imagine just listening to your body from now on. Just try listening now. Ask your body, how would it like to sleep? Not every day, not tomorrow, not yesterday, just today. The next time you sleep. How will you know when it's time to go to sleep? And how will your body be able to tell you when it's enough? Some people wake up in the middle of the night and they say, I don't want this. But the body actually is done. You could get up and do something miraculous like watching dawn or writing a letter to somebody that you didn't talk to for a long time. Changing something at the symptom is so much harder. You see, leverage is about changing something with the least effort. I'll tell you a story about a bus driver driving in a big city, and I met this bus driver because I was coaching bus drivers to lose stress. And I said, is there anyone in this room who has been really, really stressed out, out of balance, not eating properly, not sleeping properly, not exercising, feeling depressed, maybe even on the verge of thinking, should I give up on all of this? And one of them raises the hand and says, I've been there. But you look great, we all said. And the bus driver says, yeah, now I do. Because I did a very important change in my life. And when I did this miraculous change, everything just fell in place. And now I feel great. And we were all listening. What did you do? And the bus driver smiles and says, you know what? I drive a bus of the same brand. I work the same hours. I live in the same place. I eat better, I exercise a bit more, but it all changed just because I made a small change. I just changed the shift I was working. By changing shift, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I had other colleagues or a different time of day when I woke up. I'm not sure, but I just did a small shift. And maybe it was the sense of being empowered to change my life. Instead of fighting my negative feelings, I went to the other end and I just changed something. Imagine if you drink coffee and you drink it without milk or sugar. Imagine just adding 1 drop of milk. Or if you drink it with milk, imagine drinking it without. And if you don't drink coffee, imagine drinking it. You see, free will is a magical experience. And you don't have to start changing your lifestyle completely, start working out 3 hours a week and changing your diet. All that does is put you into an effort and a fight. And it's been shown over and over and over and over and over again that when you try to do something, the opposite happens. I don't know if it's happened to you or if you know somebody, but if you try to lose weight, you're going to come to a point where you go, this is not working, and then it all comes back. So instead of losing weight from now on, you're going to start gaining shape. Instead of losing weight from now on, you're going to start gaining shape and condition. You're going to start finding calm. You're going to start finding balance. You're going to fine-tune your body and listen to it. And there's a method of eating that works better than any diet in the world. Here it is. Eat as soon as you're hungry. That's your body telling you it needs energy. Ask your body what kind of food it is looking for. When you find the food you think your body needs, and it's not going to be sugar, be honest with yourself, you know that's not natural. Instead, you try eating something different that you know has nutrition. Green stuff has nutrition. So you eat it, and then you listen to your body and say, is that good? Is that okay? Is that what you wanted? And here's the secret. When you put something in your mouth is a temple. It's an incredible organism that can tell you exactly what you need. So taste every bite and ask yourself and your body, is this good food? Is this food I need? If I look beyond the emotional pleasure it gives me, is this the nutrition I need? And then you chew it. Because when you chew your food properly, that's where it's digested. Actually, your saliva digests your food more than your belly does. So if you chew your food properly, when it goes down, it's going to be pre-fixed and prepared. And you're actually giving your system a chance to taste it. So you taste it, you chew it properly, and you swallow. And every time you swallow, you just ask yourself, did that feel great? Do I really need more? Honestly? And if you need it because your body tells you that it needs it for nutrition, then you eat it. And if your heart tells you this is an emotional issue, then why not look to resolve the emotional issue? A way to do that is just inhale and ask yourself, is this an emotional issue? And then you tap your chest and exhale and become heavy. And what you're doing is you're teaching your mind and body to collaborate. Now, once you've done this, and you've allowed each meal to start when it's needed, in good time, long before it's too late. Because it's never too late, there's always time. And did you know that drinking a glass of water 10 minutes before you eat is actually going to help your digestive system? And it will reduce your craving of a lot of food, because you will get a fullness from the water will put moisture into your digestive tract, and that helps you. So actually, these things seem so sensible and simple and, yeah, without effort, right? Now, imagine blessing your food. Whether you're a believer or not, just bless it. So it's not really what you eat, because if you're eating stuff that you shouldn't be eating, and on top of that you're stressed about it, then you're adding cortisol and adrenaline to the mix of the food. That's like adding, oil to fire. Instead, if the only thing you can eat right now is something that might not be the healthiest thing in the world, you bless it and you say, I will eat as much as necessary, but no more. I will taste it, savor it, and swallow it. And if there's nothing else right now, I will bless it for bringing nutrition to me. And then just go relaxed again. And remember that. Tapping on your chest, breathing in, hold your breath and breathing out, and becoming completely heavy. Now I want you to do something else. I want you to visualize a future, and to do so, you need to lose all your muscle tension. Now, close your eyes, breathe in. Hold your breath and imagine losing all your muscle tension right now. Exhale. And go deep. Relax and see how heavy you can become, and the heaviness will allow you to hear what your body actually wants you to do. Because your body does want you to do. It tells you when you need to sleep, when you're thirsty, when you're hungry. All you have to do is listen. When you listen, you will be in balance without effort. If your body tells you should really, there's a pain in your leg, you probably should exercise it. There's a pain in your back, you should probably exercise it. Does exercise have to be an hour in the gym? No. You could just dance in the shower. Yes, it's legal, at least in most countries. Just dance in the shower and just loosen up, and nobody sees you. And there you are, as God created you, whatever God you believe in. Just make sure you believe that this dance is going to help you, and believe that when you're sitting right now, you could actually just wobble a little bit, wiggle a little bit, giggle a little bit. Allow the fun to be there. There's no effort in fun. There is no effort in fun. Still, it starts with an F, but it's not the F of effort. It's the effort of having fun, which isn't. So allow yourself to relax deeper now. Don't be confused, and allow yourself to be completely bewildered. Bewitched, because we're talking magic here, and magic is what your body does. It creates you out of what you put into it. You build a house out of straw, you build a house out of sticks, or you build it out of bricks. You build something out of the best materials in the world, and it will be a temple that people will worship. Your body is a temple. Only build it with the finest materials available to you at the moment. Even a straw hut out of mud and straw can be beautiful, because it's natural, because you can create this magical body that is waiting for you in shape, in balance, with sunlight and social relations and hormones that come from feeling great, lowers the stress and cravings, and all you have left is a smile. Now, imagine the smile you'd like to have, and imagine imagining it. Go deeper, relax, imagine relaxing into a dimension beyond your fears, beyond your ideas of what's possible or impossible, because that's only ideas. There was this issue with running the English mile, and people did it, during Olympics and competitions, and they used a lot of effort. And somebody had the idea that it was impossible to run that English mile faster than 4 minutes, until somebody came along and just didn't believe it. Somebody came along and said, it doesn't have to be an effort, and I can run it under 4 minutes. And that was Roger Bannister. The name isn't important, and the mile isn't, and 4 minutes isn't actually that important either. The important thing is that whatever you believe is possible is something that could happen and can happen. If you believe it's hard, it's going to be hard. If you believe it's easy, it's probably just going to be easy. If you can find the fun in it. Here's a trick. Put a smile on your face right now. Now imagine this smile being effortless. And invite effortlessness into this smile. Loosen up a bit. And imagine this smile moving into all of your body. Imagine it moving into your elbows, your fingers, down between your toes, up your legs and your knees, behind your back, into your skeleton, into your inner organs, outer, into your fascia, into your muscle system, into your pituitary gland, into your kidneys and liver and tongue and teeth. Imagine this smile in the back of your head, moving through your hair, out into the tips. And if you don't have any hair, imagine it being where your hair should have been, dancing around, being the smile of your life, the smile of you in balance, the smile in the future of the you want to invite right now. Let go. Drop everything else. Drop what you thought was possible and invite the smile of something beyond that. Is the you that you can discover. And it's never too late, never too early. The time is right now. It's the only time. Imagine when you get out on the other side of this experience, simply allowing yourself to drop your fears and beliefs and replace it with not the kind of affirmation where you say, I love myself, or I'm in great shape, or I'm going to go training today. Because those are just thoughts, and thoughts are not actions, and actions are not going to change anything unless they actually are actions. So take action now. Instead of saying, I'm going to try to smile, say, I shall smile, and smile. And whatever smile you're smiling right now is a smile. So congratulations. Now spread it and see if you were totally uninhibited, if you had no shame whatsoever, if you were a magical creature that is capable of anything, how much more would that smile be right now? Now, imagine being completely uninhibited and shameless and happy about yourself the way a child is happy, and spread that smile now to every part of your body and the past and the future. And imagine waking up with this smile, falling asleep with this smile, watching this smile from your hand, looking at the food you're moving towards your mouth, into your body, saying, stop. My body is a temple with a magical smile. And this smile needs to be fed the best available. It needs sunlight, the sunlight of social sunlight, of something, of people, of being, of hope, of joy. And whatever you have thought is possible or impossible, just drop that for now. And listen to me, for once in your lifetime, allow yourself to say to yourself, every day, every moment from now on, every day, every moment from now on, I will look for more balance, more joy and effortless balance, leading to me being in the shape I want to be in, the condition I want to be in, the energy I want to have, the smile I want to find in my face. And if it is actually kind of feels like it's hard, then I'll just do it anyhow. And I'll smile as if it's possible anyhow. And I won't wait, until after to feel how I feel about it, to know if I want to do it. I'll just do it. I'll just do it. I'll smile right now. Bam. And I will see myself changing small things in my life every day, every moment, finding the things and the leverage and the handles that I can change. And I will lose the clouds of emotional baggage that could have been driving cravings or food or wishes. I will lose my fear of being my magical me, my boundless, uninhibited magical me. I will lose those fears. I will see my birthright as a being, living, feeling being of being able to live my potential. Now imagine all of this being true. And if you can't imagine it, pretend imagine it. And then stop pretending that you're pretending. You know the answer. With the right amount of fuel, the right energy will come. With the right amount of listening, the right answers will come. Losing fears and emotional baggage will clear up your road, and you will be moving forward, inviting the smile of future that you want to find yourself wearing, and then putting it on and wearing it right now, and then becoming stronger. Everything you do from now on to find this balance. And I'm not saying good luck to you, because this is not luck. The luck is to be born and have the chance to do this. Now you have the opportunity, and the universe has provided you with unique genes. They're only yours, and only you can do what you need to do, want to do. Allow yourself to be the most magical you a bit more every day. And it's okay to fall down and then get up again. Because falling down is a part of learning how to walk. And you're learning how to walk, swim, dance, move, float in a new way into your future. So, have a great experience exploring and inviting the you that you are about to become more of every moment. And now, as a final action, put that smile on your face and imagine it growing from now on.